quacks maintain professionalism ethics. Benue abolishes graduation ceremonies in kindergarten, nursery, basic education. Plus, NEL fund to stop upkeep loan disbursement during school holidays. Hello, good evening everyone, and thank you for joining us on the Rstv Worldnews. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv. The South-South Zonal Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists has been charged to checkmate the activities of quacks in the profession to maintain its ethics. Permanent Secretary, River State Ministry of Information and Communications, Dr. Anna Sirau, gave the charge when executive members of the union paid him a courtesy visit in his office in Port Harcourt. Melvin Jackson reports that various state council executives were on the entourage of the South-South Zonal President, Opaka Dokubo.
Dr. Sirau hinted that River State has been the hub of journalism in the country, so the visit is a testament that ethical and professional journalism still thrives in the state. He enjoined union members to maximize their energy in reportage that could champion good relationship between the body and the government.
I don't know why to blame the union or to blame those people. If I blame them, the question is how did those licenses get into their hands? Who did it? What that means is that we have to go back and research how we're thinking about it. Journalism is not an uncommon affair. You are either in it or you are out of it. It's a professional setting, just like a legal profession and a legal profession. And we as leaders must, as a matter of principle, sustain that so that we can earn the respect that we deserve from various institutions.
The permanent secretary thanked the zonal president and his team for the visit, while also promising the government's support of synergy with the union to achieve set aims of providing solutions to imminent challenges.
Because of the elected into offices, you ignore your family responsibility. Let me thank you for coming, and I pray that the meeting is very successful.
South-South Zonal President of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Opaka Dokubo, said that the visit was to intimate the state government of the union's quarterly meeting scheduled to hold at the Rstvlive Press Center in Port Harcourt between Thursday the 21st and Friday the 22nd of August 2025. The South-South Zonal President, who congratulated Dr. Sirau on his new appointment as permanent secretary to its mother ministry, commended him for his pragmatic leadership style, which has earned him several chances to thrive, while also providing the enabling environment for journalists to do their job.
It is traditional for us to, each time we gather in any particular state, to actually pay a courtesy visit to the government. So we have come here, especially as our parent ministry, that we are gathering here as leadership of the union from the South-South region here in Port Harcourt, and then to also exchange a few ideas to express our gratitude to the government for the support that it has extended to the union here in the state.
Melvin Jackson, Rstvlive News.
Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Urban has inducted new members into its fold and decorated members of the board of directors for the 2025-2026 Rotary year at its center in Port Harcourt. Gospel Anele reports that the unveiling of community service projects was part of the event.
Performing the induction, the district membership chair, District 9141, Rotarian Hermetin Odom, and the district public image chair, Rotarian Veronique Tabai, charged the newly inducted members to ensure that they passionately sacrifice their time energy, skills, and resources to the service of humanity and society, as well as woo other people into the fold for its sustenance, while appreciating their valuable decision to join the club despite life's challenges, particularly at this critical time of economic meltdown in the country. They described the Rotarians as a group of professionals in all endeavors of life who put service above self. The Rotarians reminded the inducted members of the various benefits associated with being members of Rotary Club, such as special recognition across the globe with a simple symbol of the Rotary pin, connections at all levels, and divine blessings, among other benefits.
We have more ideas, we have more energy, we have more perspectives in our clubs, we have more diversity in our clubs. So we're always excited when we see members like this.
You need to ensure that you steer the ship till you cross the finish line. The members of this club and all of us are actually looking up to you to ensure that your club does well.
Charter President of the Rotary Club of Port Harcourt Urban, Rotarian Emmanuel Idoniboye, promised to assist the new executive within the 2025-2026 Rotary year, while the President, Rotarian Don Orosenye, unveiled the community service projects for the Rotary year and assured of leading by example.
He should strive and build on the successes already gained in this club and ensure that he leaves the club at the end of his tenure better than he met it.
Let us create memories that will inspire not only us, but generations to come. Together, we will write a story of service, compassion, and transformation that will remain a proud chapter in the history of the Rotary of Port Harcourt Urban.
The usual fanfare of cutting of the induction cake, decoration of members of the board of directors, a raffle draw, and presentation of prizes to deserving members added color to the event. God's Power Anele, Rstvlive News.
President Bola Tinubu has called for reforms at the United Nations to give Africa permanent representation on the Security Council. Speaking at the plenary session on peace and stability during the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development in Yokohama, Japan, Tinubu argued that Africa deserves 2 permanent seats with full privileges. The president said the continent also deserves additional non-permanent seats in line with the Uzulwini Consensus. Recent successes in the fight against insurgency and criminality, describing their momentum as a springboard for national development and stability. According to the president, military victories alone cannot guarantee lasting peace without addressing poverty, inequality, and exclusion. Tinubu called for new approaches to peace building in Africa, pointing to peace agreements recently brokered in the Congo as examples of how mediation linked with economic investment can deliver results. Benue State government has banned all forms of graduation ceremonies conducted for kindergarten, nursery, and basic schools pupils in the state. The government also abolished the use of customized books in schools, which made it impossible for such books to be transferred to other students for use. The directive is contained in a statement dated August 15, 2025, which was issued and is signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Benue State Minister of Education and Knowledge Management, Mrs. Helen Zeramu. The statement, which was copied to all proprietors of private schools, mission schools, all parents and guardians, as well as other education stakeholders in the state, also prohibited compulsory and extended lessons held after regular school hours, except with the express permission of parents. The directive, according to the statement, takes effect upon resumption of the 2025-2026 academic year. Meanwhile, the Katsina State government has revoked the operational license of both private and community schools across the 34 local government areas of the state. In a statement by the Public Relations Officer of the State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Sani Danjuma Suleiman, the government ordered fresh applications for all the affected schools. The government also reviewed the license application registration, annual renewal, and school upgrade fees. They warned that the revised fees should not lead to increment in school fees of the affected schools without the ministry's approval. It, however, noted that the affected schools are expected to resume normal operations while the process of registration and renewal of the school licenses is ongoing. This is Rstvlive Worldnews. Do you love and care about real estate and peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for update on our live feeds. And in part 2 after the break, Palestinians flee parts of Gaza City after Israeli military planned ground offensive. And in sports, Nigeria Premier Football League champions Remo Stars strengthened squad with fresh talents. Details of these and more just after the break. Stay with us.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happens, with good laws,
proper funding,
training,
and cooperation.
If it happens.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Power God is here. Dr. Jesus in action, God is here.
Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine encounter. It is a night of healing. It is a night of financial and total restoration. It is a night of refreshing and renewal. It is a night to reclaim your dominion. Date, Friday, 1st August 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Modo Alo, River State. Come with your coconut and receive the power to conquer and prevail in the remaining half of the year 2025.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv Worldnews. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back to the news. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has warned of a possible nationwide strike, accusing the federal government of failing to honor long-standing agreements on revitalization and proper funding of Nigeria's public universities. Speaking during a press conference at the University of Jos on Thursday, ASU President Christopher Piwuna said lecturers have endured over 2 years of broken promises and delayed tactics by the government. Piwuna listed unresolved issues to include the renegotiation of the 2009 ASU federal government agreement, outstanding salary arrears, withheld promotions, and the welfare of retired lecturers. The ASU chief rejected the government's proposed tertiary institution staff support fund loan scheme, describing it as a trap. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has disclosed plans to discontinue the disbursement of upkeep loans during school holidays. Apart from loans disbursed directly to institutions Beneficiaries of the student loan scheme enjoy a monthly disbursement of 20,000 naira. NEL phoned in a statement signed by its Director of Corporate Communications, Oseyebi Oluwatui, noted that upkeep loans will henceforth be strictly tied to the academic session of each institution. NEL Fund further advised that interested loan applicants are required to apply for the loan at the beginning of every academic session to be eligible for both institutional charges and upkeep for that particular session. As of August 21, 2025, a total of 86 billion naira has been disbursed to 449.039 students, beneficiaries nationwide under the scheme. Now to the entertainment scene, foreign news rather, Palestinians are fleeing parts of Gaza City after the Israeli military began the first stages of a planned ground offensive. Royal Duko has more.
Israel's troops have established a foothold on the outskirts of the city, which is home to more than 1 million Palestinians, after days of intense bombing and artillery fire. Israel wants to signal that it is pressing ahead with its plan to capture all of Gaza City despite international criticism. A citizen, Amal Abdel Al, was displaced from her home in Sabra a week ago as she watched strikes hit the area. An Israeli military spokesman said that the troops were already operating in Z-Town and Jabalia areas to lay the groundwork for the offensive, which Defense Minister Israel Katz approved and which will be put to the Security Cabinet later this week. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza City are expected to be ordered and 40 missiles on Ukraine in one of the heaviest bombardments in weeks. The attacks came as US President Donald Trump spearheads diplomatic moves to halt the war, and Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andrew Sabiha said the strikes highlighted why efforts to bring it to an end were critical. The Ukrainian Air Force said many of the attacks came from western Russia as well as from the Black Sea and one missile from Russian-occupied Crimea. Zelensky said there was still no signal from Moscow that they truly intend to engage in substantive negotiations to end the war. The International Criminal Court has said it deplores new US sanctions on its judges and prosecutors. The US State Department announced new sanctions on 2 judges and 2 prosecutors in the ICC for engaging in efforts to prosecute US and Israeli citizens. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed the US move. The ICC has issued arrest warrants against Netanyahu and his former defense minister Yoav Gallant for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity over Israel's war in Gaza. France joined the ICC in denouncing the US move, expressing dismay as one of its judges, Nicolas Guillot, was among those sanctioned. Penalties mean the 4 officials cannot access or benefit from any property or interest they hold in the US. This latest round of sanctions come after the US imposed similar restrictions on the ICC's chief prosecutor, Karim Khan Casey, along with 4 other judges earlier this year. Royal Duko, Rstv Foreign News.
On the entertainment scene, Nigerian singer Keshiro Ololade, popularly known as Lee Kesh, has narrowly escaped death after being involved in a robbery incident in Lagos on Wednesday. Sharon Hiro tells us more.
Afrobeat artist Lil Kesh was stabbed in the neck during a robbery after he was reportedly robbed of his jewelry worth millions of naira. Lil Kesh and the Lagos State Police Command are yet to issue a statement regarding the incident. The news has sent his fans into panic mode, with many offering prayers and well wishes for him on social media. Nigerian rapper Aziz Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, has urged the Lagos State Police Command to intensify the investigation into the death of his former signee, singer Ileoruwa Oladimeji Aloba aka Mohbad. While maintaining his innocence in the singer's death, Naira Marley urged the police to rearrest him and his associate Samson Balogun aka Sam Larry and all others accused of involvement in Mohbad's death. He also demanded that a trustworthy officer be put in charge of the case this time. Mohbad died under controversial circumstances on 12 September 2023, with his former record label boss Naira Marley and Sam Larry being prime suspects in the deaths. Feyisayo Ogedengbe, the auxiliary nurse who administered the injections that allegedly led to Mohbad's death, was also arrested. Nigerian music star David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, and his wife Chioma have touched hearts with a poignant exchange on Instagram. Chioma Adeleke, who had taken a break from social media since the tragic passing of their son Ifeanyi in 2022, returned on Thursday with a heartfelt post. She shared a photo of her wedding bracelet bearing Ifeanyi's image, accompanied with a message describing him as her best friend who walks with her into forever. Ifeanyi Adeleke passed on in October 2022 after a drowning incident at his father's Banana Island residence in Lagos. Since then, Chioma has been relatively inactive on social media, making her recent post a significant return. US celebrity judge and social media star Frank Caprio has died aged 88. His death following a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer was announced on his Instagram account, where he was remembered for his warmth and unwavering belief in the goodness of people. After being diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2023, Judge Caprio said he was fully prepared to fight as hard as he could and thanked followers for support and asking for their prayers. Judge Caprio is survived by his wife, Joyce Caprio, of almost 6 years. There are 5 children, 7 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. Sharon Iro, Rstv Entertainment News.
Now on the sporting scene, Nigeria Premier Football League champions Remo Stars have bolstered their squad with 4 new signings ahead of the 2025-2026 season. The Kenya-based club confirmed the arrival of midfielder Chaka Koulibaly and Jerome Bonu, along with striker Adama Goita, all of whom penned 2-year contracts. Koulibaly joined from Malian side Sportive Binga FC, while Goita last featured for the Joliba AC, one of Mali's most prominent clubs, Bonu. Meanwhile, wing wizard and Liberian player Mark Gibson Theo also joined on a 2-year deal of playing for Rivers United. Remo Stars will begin their title defense against Rivers United in Abeokuta on Friday. Still on sports, Nigeria's men basketball team, the Tigers, have been eliminated from the ongoing 2025 FIBA Afrobasket Championship in Angola following a 91-75 defeat to Senegal in their quarterfinal match. Adanim Imo has the rest of the story.
The Nigerian side started the game positively, narrowly winning the first quarter 24-23. However, they struggled to maintain their momentum, suffering a significant setback in the second quarter, where they fell behind 13-30 to Senegal. The Senegalese team extended their lead with a